Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
So it's a regular lecture, right?
नहीं will take up doubts here. Regular lecture magnetism आगे बढ़ जाए. How do you people want me to go ahead with magnetism?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm okay. In fact, last 2 days evening I planned to put up a doubt lecture, but I was not well, so I couldn't put up a doubt lecture.
So we had.
Doubt lecture था?
हाँ, sir. We did exercise 1, right?
Only half of exercise 1 has been discussed yet, right?
Only some part of it I could do. That day I was not well, so I didn't continue. Next 2 days I was feeling very weak, so I didn't put up a separate doubt lecture. And Monday we will not be able to have a doubt lecture. So Tuesday evening we can arrange for a doubt lecture again. Is that okay?
Yes.
So on Tuesday we can have that long lecture you were once mentioning. We can finish the entire booklet.
Tuesday we can. Yes.
So
Tuesday
our
we
college
can.
exam is
Over or scheduled? College
English is left.
How much is left?
Okay, Monday is last. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, before Monday I also don't think I can keep a doubt lecture. It will be on Tuesday. Monday को आपका college exams हो जाएंगे.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
हाँ.
just wanted to ask you one thing, that for college practicals now they have given us option of offline and online. So we should opt for offline, right? For practical exam only.
Sir, it is not for exam, it is for training. Like they will send the recording for you to understand if you are willing to see it at home, and otherwise it is they are willing to take up lectures and train you there, then and there offline.
Practicals I would prefer offline, but I don't know how many of you can travel and reach safely to the college and go back safely.
So they are giving permission in for trains if you have ID cards of class. So that's not an issue.
No, they will give ID cards. My question is, how many of you can travel safely? Travel to कर पाएंगे आप लोग. Travel safely is the key catch.
सर कभी ऐसा सेफली गया?
हाँ.
सर सबके लिए अभी कोविड नॉर्मल हो गया है, कुछ
Yes,
नहीं.
sir, this is only routine now.
So if you can reach safely and take it in your stride, practicals anytime I prefer live. Recording version will never be a complete. आपको equipment handle करना है. Simple.
सर बोर्ड्स का एग्जामिनर कभी आएगा फिर? वो वाला मेन वाला कभी होगा?
Generally it used to be in the month of February, but present scenario I don't think it will be in the month of February. March हो जाए.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Then now listen. Magnetism में this is the second half of magnetism. Magnetic field, and this is important. Concentrate. Magnetic field due to current carrying wire. Current carrying wire. Firstly, this is also experimentally observed. This is as well experimentally observed. Biot-Savart law. Biot and Savart conducted experiments and they summarized the results. The first thing that is told in schools is there is a current carrying wire passing through a cardboard, iron filings on the top of the cardboard. iron filings on the top of the cardboard. Move the cardboard, iron filings will arrange circularly in the direction of magnetic field. This was taught in schools, yes or no?
Yes.
Now, Bert Savart understood that a current carrying wire will produce a magnetic field at a distance of r. They kept other parameters constant, they kept varying I, they kept varying r, they kept varying theta, they kept varying dl. They realized that the magnetic field area is directly proportional to the magnitude of the current, directly proportional to the length of the element, directly proportional to sine theta, inversely proportional to r. What was their experimental observation? They found the magnetic field to be directly proportional to the current, directly proportional to the length, directly proportional to sine theta, and inversely proportional to r square. Purely experimental result summarized. Then they said the magnetic field would be mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine theta by r square. Magnitude of the magnetic field they summarized as, after removing the proportionality and finding out the constant, which turned out to be 10 raised to minus 7. Then they observed the direction of the magnetic field and they said dP will be mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross r upon r cube. dl, remember, and r. R is a vector, this is the origin. In one of the objectives, HCV is playing a practical joke with the students. He's taking this as the origin and R inverse. So here magnetic field will be mu naught I by 4 pi. It will be R cross dl upon R. Point at which you are finding out the magnetic field, if it is taken as origin, then it will be R cross dl. This is a practical joke played by HCV intentionally. We take this point to be the origin and find out the magnetic field here. Barrett's Savart law. Whole of this chapter is manipulation of this formula. Whole of this section, this chapter in HCV is playing with this formula. Adjusting the formula conveniently to our terms and then finding out the magnetic field for different sections of the wire. As simple as that. Take it down, tell here, I'll just be back in a second. In your group, please drop in a message that it is not a doubt lecture and regular lecture. Ask them to join if somebody is not joining because of a doubt lecture.
So what was DL? The short part of the wire.
Bolo. DL is the length of the conductor.
Okay.
DL is the length of the conductor. Now here, how did you make length a vector quantity? We already made it vector long back. If you people remember well, that will be the direction in which current is flowing. DL vector ka what will be the direction? Direction in which current is flowing.
And so how did you say dB is proportional to sine theta?
Theta is the angle between DL and R. They kept varying this and they understood as theta changes, dB is changing as sine theta.
So, one thing I wanted to ask you in the previous chapter, so when we were doing dipoles in electrostatics, you had mentioned that Newton's third law would be somehow violated somewhere. Is that yet to come?
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
And
In
so that
magnetism, here in this chapter also you will see.
and so is that resistor color code important because we have not done that?
Resistor color code important here. In the sense for your HSC it's important.
So I think we have not done.
नहीं किया तो कर दूंगा मैं याद दिलाना 10 मिनट लगेगा.
Okay.
Now, some student typed, I thought it is a doubt lecture, so didn't join. All the people, I'll wait for 2 minutes. All the people who joined, I'll explain this again and we will go ahead. This is important. Whole of the chapter is based on this.
Done, sir. Please wait 1 minute.
And so can we send the recordings of the doubt lectures? HCV and exercise 1.
1 second. Yeah, say that again.
Can we send the recording of the doubt lectures of HCV discussion and exercise 1?
तो भेज दिया ना यार आपके ही बैच में
You have sent.
Sorry, I'll check again.
because for me I don't even remember the dates. Now listen, people who just joined, this is the first thing we have dealt with. Magnetic field due to a current carrying wire. A current carrying wire produces a magnetic field. Bayet and Savart observed the experimental observations for the magnetic field and they summarized. They found the magnetic field directly proportional to the magnitude of the current. They also observed that the magnetic field is directly proportional to the length of the wire taken into consideration. It was also observed to be directly proportional to sine theta. Theta is the angle between DL and R. Inversely proportional to square of the distance between the element and that point. Now they summarized all of them and they said the proportionality constant is turning out to be 10 raised to minus 7. So mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine theta by r square was the magnitude of magnetic field due to a current carrying wire. Then they observed the direction of the magnetic field and they put this as dl cross r. Direction of DL is the direction in which current is flowing. DL cross R, here it comes perpendicularly inwards. DL cross R. So dB will be mu naught I by 4 pi DL cross R upon R. In one of the questions, HCV plays a practical joke by reversing the direction of R, and he gives R cross DL as the answer. Obviously, it will be R cross DL. He is playing a practical joke here. Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Sir, 1 minute. Sir, done.
Now listen. They said, agreed, mu naught I by 4 pi DL cross R. Can you put this formula in a convenient form so that we can use it easily? Make this formula a bit user friendly. This is what they asked, right? For a finite wire, you are asked to find out the magnetic field at a distance of d. This angle is alpha, this angle is beta. Biot-Savart law to be applied. That's the only law all throughout this chapter. But give that formula to me in a user-friendly form. So they said, consider a small element dy at a distance of y. Consider a small element dy at a distance of y. Angle between DL and R will be theta. Yes or no? Angle between DL and R will be theta. Here the magnetic field will be mu naught by 4 pi I dy sine theta by R square. This is what is Biot-Savart law. Now, either you bring theta in terms of y or y in terms of theta and r in terms of that variable. All three are variables. Y is a variable, theta is a variable, small r is a variable. Bring all three in terms of one variable and integrate. Fair enough?
Yes.
Bring all three in terms of one variable and integrate. What is that variable for you? That variable will be, call this as angle phi. If this is theta, what will this angle be? Pi minus theta. Pi minus theta plus pi by 2 plus pi is pi. Sum of three angles of a triangle. Theta will be pi by 2 plus pi. Agree? So I know the substitution for theta. Mu naught I by 4 pi dy sine theta by r square is d square plus y square. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Now, tan phi is y by d. Tan phi is y by d. Y is equal to d tan phi. dy is equal to d secant square phi d. Mu naught I by 4 pi. dy is equal to d secant square phi d phi. Sin of theta is pi by 2 plus pi. Pi by 2 plus pi divided by d square plus y square is d square tan square phi. Is the substitution okay with all of you?
Yes, sir.
Dy I substituted from here. Theta I substituted from here. Y I substituted from here. dB will be mu naught I by 4 pi d square plus
So
d
there's
square.
d5 also in the numerator, right?
What in the numerator?
d5.
d5 hai,
Right, so sorry.
right? Sin pi by 2 plus pi cos pi
Yes.
d square tan square phi plus d square is d square secant square phi.
Yes.
Numerator d, denominator d square is d. Secant square phi will go. I am left with d phi. Is the simplification okay with all?
Yes, sir.
What is the least value of phi?
Zero.
Minus beta.
Minus beta. Maximum value of phi?
Alpha.
Magnetic field is mu naught I by 4 pi d. Integral cos phi sin alpha minus sin of minus beta. Mu naught I by 4 pi d sin alpha plus sin beta. A user-friendly form of Biot-Savart law as far as a straight wire is concerned. As far as a straight wire is concerned. What if the wire is of infinite length? Alpha will be 90, beta will be 90.
Yes.
Put alpha 90, beta 90, this will become 2. Mu naught I by 2 pi d. We'll deal with that. First of all, deal with finite wire. We are just giving you user-friendly forms for Biot-Savart law.
So the earlier one which we had derived, that was for a small part dl, right?
Hence we wrote d.
Done, sir.
For an infinite long wire, for an infinite long wire, magnetic field will be mu naught I by 4 pi d sin pi by 2 plus sin pi by 2. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Sin pi by 2 plus sin pi by 2. So this turns out to be 1 plus 1 is 2. Mu naught I by 2 pi d. Am I expected to remember this? 90% of the problems in this chapter will be based on. For a semi-infinite wire, that means the wire will be this way. This side I will have an angle, beta will be 0, alpha will be 9. Magnetic field is mu naught I by 4 pi d sin pi by 2 plus sin 0. Alpha will be pi by 2, beta will be 0. Semi-infinite wire, lower end don't exist. This will become mu naught I by 4 pi d. Both the formulae you have to remember, which will be the most used formulae in this chapter.
Done, sir.
Now, direction of the magnetic field in all these cases, either you will get it from dl cross r or something called right hand thumb rule. This is the current carrying wire. Right hand thumb rule. I know for sure that if there is a current carrying wire, magnetic lines of force are circular loops. All I should tell you is anti-clockwise or clockwise, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let the thumb be in the direction of current. Let the thumb be in the direction of current. The four folded fingers from top, they appear to be in anti-clockwise. From top, they appear to be in anti-clockwise. Thumb is in the direction of current. Four folded fingers will tell me the direction of the magnetic field. Right? Here the magnetic field is towards you. Here parallel to you. Here towards me. Here parallel to me. Tangent to the circle at every point. Are you able to visualize this? This is important.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All I know for sure is if this is a current carrying wire, magnetic lines of force are circling. Tell me anti-clockwise or clockwise, job is done. Thumb is the direction of current. The four folded fingers will tell me that magnetic field here is in this direction. If the magnetic field is this way, here the magnetic field is towards you. Here it is towards me. Get that clear?
Yes, sir.
Right
sir.
hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. Thumb represents the direction of current. Thumb is in the direction of current. Four folded fingers represents the direction of magnetic field. Direction of magnetic field. Four folded fingers represent the direction of the magnetic field. So technically, if this is a current carrying wire, the magnetic lines of force will be like this. Here the magnetic field will be perpendicularly into the board. Here magnetic field will be perpendicularly out of the board. Are you able to visualize this? Straight current carrying wire. Magnetic field here will be into the board. It will be out of the board. This point is important. Answer. Can I rub the board? What if it is a circular ring and current is in the anti-clockwise direction? I am interested to know the magnetic field at a distance of r. Consider a small element dl. Magnetic field at O is mu naught I by 4 pi dl sine 90 by r square. Which law did I use?
White-Savant's law.
White-Savart law, mu naught I dl sine theta by r square by 4 pi. Here all throughout it will be sine 90. This integration is the best integration. Everything is constant except dl. Integral dl will be mu naught I by 4 pi r 2 pi r. This will be mu naught I by 2. This was r square, right? 2r. So magnetic field at the center of this circular term is mu naught I by 2r. Direction can be found out in two possible ways. One, dl cross r. This is dl in the direction of current cross r. In this case, I am getting magnetic field perpendicularly outwards. dl cross r. R will be here. This will be the origin. dl cross r. Am I getting perpendicularly outwards?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Second, right hand thumb rule here is done in the reverse. Reverse में क्या? Straight wire के लिए you told me thumb with the direction of current. 4 folded fingers are the direction of
Magnetic field.
here. Interchange them. Thumb is the direction of current. I mean 4 folded fingers are the direction of current. Thumb is the direction of the magnetic field. 4 folded fingers are the direction of current. Thumb is the direction of the magnetic field. I would prefer neither of them. There are only 2 directions. Remember this. Anti-clockwise will give me a north pole. Clockwise will give me a south pole. How do you want me to remember this? Connect the tails of the arrows, you will get north and south. Right hand thumb rule, interchange the roles. 4 folded fingers are the direction of current. Thumb is the direction of the magnetic field. 4 folded fingers are the direction of current. Thumb is the direction of the magnetic field. Or DL cross R. I would prefer neither. Anti-clockwise will be a north pole, clockwise will be a south pole. Remember the result, job will be done.
Yes, sir.
These are the 4 formulae on which whole of this chapter is based. I will summarize all 4 formulae and then we will start applying them.
So couldn't you possibly have taken a small element of the wire and then put a thumb in the direction of that tangential direction? So the loops will be in a different way.
No issue, that also can be done. You mean to say the small element is a straight wire.
Yes, sir.
The thumb is the direction of current. You can do that way also.
But with that, we are getting some closed loops of field, right? Not a straight line of field.
नहीं बिल्कुल यहाँ भी वैसे ही होगा. This is the small element of the wire. The magnetic field lines will turn this way and come out, go back this way.
Obviously, it will go to infinity. It will be infinite radius.
From here it will go back into this. We drew this once before. Magnetic field lines for a circular current carrying wire. From above, when I see it's a north pole, so magnetic field lines come back into the south.
Understood. Sir.
Summarizing the results, first to be learned by our talk. magnetic field due to a current carrying wire. If this is a current carrying wire, we said magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross r upon r. The same formula we put it in a convenient way for a straight current carrying wire. Subtend an angle of alpha and beta. Magnetic field here is mu naught I by 4 pi d sin alpha plus sin beta. It is a must that you remember this. From here we said infinite long wire, magnetic field will be mu naught I by 2 pi d. Semi-infinite wire, mu naught I by 4 pi d. Direction of the magnetic field here, either you get it from dl cross r or right hand thumb rule. For a straight current carrying wire, all you know that the magnetic field are closed circular loops. Tell me clockwise or anti-clockwise. Thumb is the direction of current. Four folded fingers are the direction of the magnetic field. Thumb is the direction of current. Four folded fingers are the direction of the magnetic field. Draw a tangent to the circle. For a circular form, magnetic field at O will be mu naught I by 2r. Anti-clockwise will be a north pole, clockwise will be a south pole. Clockwise will be a south pole. This is what we have done till now. Based on this, there are a huge set of problems to be discussed. Till here, every formula on the board with the direction, you should be 100% sure. Please summarize it once again.
Thanks.
1 minute.
In Wright-Savart law, you told me magnetic field is directly proportional to sine theta. Am I right? If my hand is R and this is the conducting element df, my hand is R and this is the conducting element df, right? Sine theta, theta is the angle between the marker and my hand.
Yes.
What happened to theta?
0.
Sine 0 is how much?
0.
So for a current carrying wire, above the wire or below the wire, what will be the magnetic field?
0.
0. Keep this in your mind. Second, if you take one section of a circular wire and you want the magnetic field at the center, this is I. Magnetic field is mu naught I by 2r into theta by 2 pi. Unitary method. One section of a circular wire, mu naught I by 2r into theta by 2 pi. Anti-clockwise, this will be a north pole. Magnetic field will be perpendicularly outwards, hence k cap. One section of a circular wire. Tomorrow he can as well give you a section like this. I want the magnetic field at O. Current is going in clockwise direction. This is R. Because of this, what will be the magnetic field here?
0.
0.
0. Because of the semicircle, mu naught I by 2r into theta by 2 pi is half. And clockwise is the south pole, minus k cap. Because of this segment, magnetic field here is 0. So this is the way we can find out the magnetic field for different shapes of the current carrying wire. For the remaining all diagrams that I put on the board, you will find out magnetic field at O. Take it down till here.
Done, sir.
What is the direction minus k cap for second one?
Clockwise is south pole, anti-clockwise is north.
Understood, sir.
Clockwise will give me magnetic field perpendicular to the board outwards. Clockwise will give me magnetic field perpendicular to the board inwards. This is an infinitely long wire. This is an infinitely long wire. This is O. This is R. This is I. I want the magnetic field at O.
Done, sir.
Because of this semi-infinite wire, magnetic field is in which direction?
Minus J cap.
Because of this semi-infinite wire, magnetic field is in which direction?
Minus J.
K.
K. Outwards.
Circles drawn this way. Here magnetic field will be perpendicularly outwards. Mu naught I by semi-infinite wire 4 pi r K cap. Because of the semicircular wire, mu naught I by 2r into 1 by 2. Because of the semicircular wire, magnetic field here is in which direction?
K cap.
K cap.
K cap. Semicircular wire will be anti-clockwise direction current will be a north pole. North pole will give me perpendicularly outwards.
Yes, sir.
Now this semi-infinite wire, magnetic field will be in which direction?
K. K.
K cap.
Perpendicularly out of the board. 2 times. This is the magnetic field at O. This semi-infinite wire, magnetic fields will add up. Have a look at this. Because of this, if you draw a circle, here it will be towards you, here it will be into the board, here it will be out of the board, here it will be into the board. This is out of the board, this is into the board. Here, out of the board, below it will be into the board. So in both cases, it will be this and this will add up and they don't subtract. All of you should be crystal clear about this. Can I proceed?
Yes.
Just a second, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a second, sir. Done, sir.
This angle is theta. This is I, this is I. Find the magnetic field at O. Find the magnetic field at O.
Done, sir.
Done.
Because of this segment, what will be the magnetic field at O?
0.
0.
Because of this segment, what will be the magnetic field at O?
0.
0.
0.
Now this is clockwise. mu naught I by 2r into theta by 2 pi. Clockwise will give me a south pole, perpendicularly inwards minus k. The upper one is anti-clockwise. Mu naught I by 2 capital R into theta by 2 pi. Anti-clockwise will give me a north pole. So this is k cap.
Net field will be downwards, right?
Pardon?
Sir, net field will be into the board, right? Perpendicularly.
Naturally, this minus this. Sorry, this minus this because R is less.
Just a minute. Yes.
The ring is made of a wire of uniform resistance. Ring is of uniform resistance. Find the magnetic field at O. For all three questions, the ring is made of uniform resistance.
Sure.
In this, I will have I
Minutes.
by 2. In this, I will have I by 2. Yes or no?
Sir, 2 minutes, please.
Zero.
Yes. Sir. Yes. Sir.
Yes.
This is clockwise, south pole, anti-clockwise, north pole of equal magnitude. I by 2, clockwise I by 2 will give me a south pole, anti-clockwise I by 2 will give me a north pole, both of equal magnitude. What will be the current in these two branches? Do you agree with that?
Yes.
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 This will be giving me clockwise and south pole. This will give me anti-clockwise north pole. Mu naught I by 4 by 2r. What is the angle subtended? Divided by 2 pi will be 3 by 4. Clockwise, south pole minus k cap. Mu naught 3 I by 4 by 2r into 1 by 2. K cap. Anti-clockwise, north pole perpendicularly outwards. What is the resultant there? 0. 0. What will be the magnetic field at O?
0.
0, because current will split in the inverse ratios of their resistances.
So why was it 0 for last one?
The same reason as to why it is 0 for these.
Okay. Sir.
Sir, 1 minute left. Second. Yes, sir. Done.
Listen. This is anti-clockwise mu naught I by 2r into 3 by 4. Anti-clockwise will be a north pole. North pole will be perpendicularly out of the board. This section and this section will give me 0 at O. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
This will be mu naught I by 2r into 1 by 4 because the angle subtended here is 90. 90 by 2 pi, 1 by 4. Anti-clockwise north pole k cap. First one is reasonably good. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Look at the second one. This section and this section will give me 0 here. This mu naught I by 2r into 3 by 4. Anti-clockwise north pole perpendicularly out. First part, is it okay with all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Plus this wire, this angle is 45 degree. Mu naught I by 4 pi d, d is L, sine 45 plus sine 0. Sine 45 plus sine 0. Right? Now, look at this wire. It's a straight wire. Thumb in the direction of current. Magnetic field will be circular in this way. To my left, it will be a dot perpendicularly outwards. To the right, it will be inwards. Dot outwards means k cap. This should be k cap 2 times because the upper wire also will give me the same result. This wire and this wire will give me the same result. Hence, I made it 2 times. K cap. You can observe thumb in the direction of current. The 4 folded fingers will give me the direction of the magnetic field. Here the magnetic field was perpendicularly out of the board. Hence at O, all whether this section or this, they give the magnetic field in the same direction.
Done, sir.
Sir, so for the second scenario, sir, for the square type of the loop, sir, was for the direction, was it wrong to consider it as a circular loop and then determine the direction? Because I did it that way.
Absolutely wrong. It's a straight wire. Why will I consider circular?
Okay, fine.
Done, sir.
Here it will be mu naught I by 2 small r into 1 by less mu naught I by 2 capital R into 1 by anti-clockwise direction k cap for both of them. Anti-clockwise direction k cap for both of them. Mu naught I by 2r into 1 by mu naught I by 2 capital R into 1 by 2. Both in anti-clockwise direction k cap. This segment will give me 0. Same applies to this segment and this segment, they'll give me 0. Are you people able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
This is a 3-dimensional diagram. Visualize this carefully. This is a semicircle. One second, somebody is doing it. No. Listen. This wire is perpendicularly into the board. This wire is in the plane of the board. This wire is perpendicularly out of the board. You take this as x-axis, this as y-axis, this as z-axis. This wire is perpendicularly into the board. This wire is in the plane of the board. This wire is perpendicularly out of the board.
So you meant the current, right? The current is perpendicularly into the board.
The current carrying wire is perpendicularly into the board. I mean, the current is into the board. This is in the plane of the board. This is coming out of the plane of the board.
Okay, okay, got it.
So you have to find the magnitude or the
Direction as well.
okay.
I cap, J cap, K cap.
And
This current carrying wire, I will show it with a cross. It is going perpendicularly into the board. So if the wire is going perpendicularly into the board, I will redraw the diagram here. This is the current carrying wire. This is the current carrying wire. This is the current carrying. This current carrying wire is going into the board implies it will have circular magnetic lines of force like this. Here it will be downwards because of this. This wire will give me magnetic field along negative y-axis. This wire. Is everybody convinced with the first step?
yes, sir.
Mu naught I by semi-infinite wire 4 pi r minus j. This is a semi-infinite wire perpendicular to the board inwards. Now semicircular wire mu naught I by 2r into 1 by 2. This is clockwise. Clockwise will be south pole
Minus K.
perpendicularly into minus k cap. Now here the wire is perpendicularly out of the board. Direction of thumb you see is the direction of current. The four folded fingers will give me the direction of the magnetic field. Here it will be upwards, here it will be downwards. This will add up because of this. Magnetic lines of force will be like this. So 2 times this will be my answer. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
This is the current carrying wire perpendicular to the board inwards. This is in the plane of the board. The semicircle and the semi-infinite wire are in the plane of the board. This is the current carrying wire perpendicularly inwards this way. This semicircle and the semi-infinite wire are in the plane of the board. Find the magnetic field at O.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
So,
Done, sir.
This perpendicular to the board. So magnetic lines of force will be like this, downwards. Mu naught I by semi-infinite wire 4 pi r minus j cap. Semicircular wire mu naught I by 2r into 1 by 2. Clockwise south pole minus j cap. This is in the plane of the board. This is in the plane of the board. Mu naught I by in the plane of the board. This will give me magnetic field perpendicularly inwards. 4 pi r minus k cap mu naught I by 4 pi r minus k cap. Write down a problem. लिखो. A wire of length 2 pi r. A wire of length
2 by
2 pi r is bent in the form of a regular polygon of n sides. Is bent in the form of a regular polygon of n sides. Is bent in the form of a regular polygon of n sides. Find the magnitude of the magnetic field at the center. Find the magnitude of magnetic field at the center. If it carries a current I, find the magnitude of magnetic field at the center. If it carries a current I, don't forget, you bent it into a polygon of n sides. So you will have n in your answer. You must have n in your answer. And how do I verify that I got the correct answer? Put n tending to infinity, you should
That's
get
all.
mu naught I by 2r. That of a circle, right?
Done, sir. Can I check the chat? So wait, please.
The regular polygon of n sides will be of this form. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
What will this length of this side be equal to?
Can you wait?
R by n. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
What will this angle be?
Pi by n.
Pi by n, and this will be pi by n. This distance will be pi r by n. This distance will be pi r by n. By plane geometry till here, I think we are safe. I am interested in calculating d. Why? For any finite wire, I can calculate the magnetic field only if I get the distance. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So tan pi by n will be pi r by n divided by d. Tan pi by n is opposite side by adjacent side. D is equal to pi r by n divided by tan pi by n. Till here, is everybody clear about this? Say something.
One.
Yes, sir.
Till here, is everybody clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Now, because of the finite wire, magnetic field will be mu naught I by 4 pi d sin pi by n plus sin pi by n. Anybody with a doubt in this step?
No.
D value I will substitute from here mu naught I by 4 pi. D you will substitute as pi r by n tan pi by n. Is my substitution correct? D is pi r by n divided by tan pi by n. Tan pi by n will come in the denominator of the denominator, which I took it to the numerator. Am I permitted to do that?
Yes, sir.
This is the magnetic field because of one side. How many sides do you have?
N.
So I will have to multiply this with n to get the net total magnetic field.
Yes.
Mu naught I by 2 and 4 will become 2 pi. 2 and 4 will become 2. Tan pi by n. I will keep 1 pi by n in the denominator of tan pi by n. I will keep the r here. There is 1 pi left over here and n left over here. From the numerator, can I bring n to the denominator of the denominator? Sin pi by n divided by n. You obviously know why I have written it in this form.
Yes, sir.
When n tends to infinity, pi by n tends to
0.
tan theta by theta, theta tending to 0 is
1.
sin theta by theta, theta tending to 0 is
1.
mu naught I by 2r is the answer for a circle.
Yes, sir.
Hard way through, we have learned that a polygon of n sides when n tends to infinity will be a circle.
Yes, sir. How to remember this result?
No, no. Oh, timetable is yet to come. Next week's timetable hasn't yet come. Very fine. 99% Tuesday evening we'll have a long doubt lecture to finish current electricity. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll take that resistor wala part now. 10 minutes.
Resistor, yes. Color code of the resistor. Oh no. I'll take it separately because I'll be uploading this lecture in magnetism. Again, I'll have to edit this, which takes long. No, I'll take it up in the doubt lecture only, either in the start
You
or
can
the
stop
end.
the recording and take another.
Yeah, sir, that's also.
Stop the recording, matlab फिर से I'll have to edit that part now, yaar, even if I stop the
So
recording.
don't record it.
No, that's it. Don't record it.
Recording कहाँ पर है?
Screen share के बाद.
Where you want to stop recording to the